All right, let's move on to the reigning national champions, the Florida Gators, who are returning basically their entire front court. Alex Condon, Thomas Haugh, Ruben Chinielu, Micah Hangleton, and then two of my favorite guard transfers in Xavier Lee, Boogie Flange, sharpshooter, and AJ Brown coming over from Ohio. Couple top 50 recruits, excuse me, and CJ Ingram, Alexander Lloyd. This team's loaded, and why wouldn't they repeat as champions? Besides the fact that March Madness gets crazy,
I don't. Why are they number 3?
I have no idea.
On the Locked On pod, we did AP reactions, and I still can't get over that the defending champions with an unbelievable portal haul are 3.
Yeah.
Who are you the most excited about with this team? Be realistic. You don't have to, tell the Gator fans, like, you don't have to tell them, like, what they want to hear. Who are you really the most excited about?
I think I already told them what they wanted to hear when I said I think they're going to repeat. I'm Boogie and Xavier. It's like Boogie's numbers last year at Arkansas were a disaster. And like his shooting and finishing numbers almost couldn't have been worse. But like when you actually watched him play in the process of how he got to his shots, how he created for others, how he defended, it's like, oh my God, this dude rocks. As long as you shut the film off right before the shot hit the rim. I know, just like he could make a layup last year. I know he had the hand injury, but he didn't have that all year. And then Xavier Lee, his numbers last year at Princeton are insane. Usage of 29.3, defensive rebounding rate of 20.2, assist rate of 37.3, turnover rate of 13.6, almost 10 threes per 100 possessions at 37%. Like, if he can replicate that while pursuing a title in the SEC, now we're talking about a dude who's probably going to be a top 40 pick.
Yeah. I'm still very pumped about Boogie Nights. Very, very pumped about, the potential. I think this is a great fit for him. Couldn't be, he's going to play with 2 giants in pick and pop threats, Alex Condon and Thomas Haugh. I'm still excited about Xavier Lee. I really do think this team's going to be a little nasty. I think that backcourt's super slept on right now. Like Xavier Lee can play, but people just see that he's at Princeton. It's like, no, dude, he can play.
Yeah.
Watch Princeton versus the Rutgers last year. I think he had a triple-double, and I was like, Xavier looks pretty dang good against this, competition right now.
And even if you went back like 2 years to his FIBA stuff, he was with Canada, like he was dominating out there.
He just gets places in a hurry at 6'4", and he can do a lot of really good stuff. He fills up the box score. He's got good playmaking, but like he is shifty.
Yeah.
You won't think it right away, but he's tall, he's shifty, he just moves like, you're like, oh my goodness. So those two are going to be really fun in the backcourt. I think they're going to have some good depth, and I think Florida's going to be tough. It's a big year for Condon and Hawk, but we'll see.
I think it's a huge, huge year for Hauck. I had a first-round grade on him before he withdrew last year. If he shoots it just like average while being in a bigger spot, in a bigger role, and defending and rebounding at the same level that he was last year, it's like, why couldn't this dude be Toumani Camara? Like, I think there's that type of upside and impact with him, and those dudes win a lot. And he just seems like the type of dude you would love to play with because he does all this stuff that you just really don't want to do.
I still love your Toumani Camara, like, kind of shout out. I think that's a really good one. So Florida seems pretty simple to talk about because it's just like exciting and awesome and good. And
I think Gator fans should be really excited about Ingram and Lloyd long term. I'd be shocked if they play a major role this year. I think Ingram might have a little more of a clearer path, but I think they're more long term developmental guys. And if a couple things fall into place with both of them, they could be real fun. This rotation is just stacked though, so I don't know how they find minutes.
Is there anyone on this team? I'm just trying to keep Florida Gator fans are going to watch this and just be like, these guys are the greatest, like fantastic human beings. So, is there anyone on this team that you say could just surprise and make some legit noise as a draft prospect?
Yeah, and I think Thomas Haugh could go
Okay,
top 20.
I was trying to say like anyone other than the obvious.
Uh,
I guess is that Boogie.
yeah, like if Boogie really comes out and shoots it and does all the stuff that he was doing last year with the playmaking, um, and we know how good of a defender he is, but like in terms of play, like his assist rate last year was 30.5 and turnover rate was 10.5. That's absurd. That's an absurd differential in terms of ball security and playmaking volume. So if he's able to replicate that while not having an effective field goal rate of 45.1, I, I, why wouldn't he be a first rounder? And he shot 40.8% on twos last year. It was horrible. It's so bad, and he's so much better than that.
The film was better. The film was
great.
better than the numbers suggest. That's why I'm still intrigued with him, because I think there's a path where like it could blow up in a positive way of just being like shots are starting to fall a lot more now. Like
Right.
a lot more, you know, and I'm just trying to say like, hey, you had a year where we're like, didn't live up to the expectations we hoped, but new year. You worked on it all summer. You're probably motivated. It could get really easily like fun for Boogie, and that's why I'm still excited. I think there's a lot of talent. He's lethal on ball. I really like watching him. His on ball defense. Oh my gosh!
And one of the best screen navigators in the country. He's just a pest.
I'd be trying to draft him at some point just because of that. Like, I mean, you know, what I'm trying to say it's just like that's enough to work with, but. I like some of I like the feel. I still get really. I think that snake dribble to the elbow,
Yeah,
little mid like
that
jumper pull
that
up
that
he's got.
CP3 move.
Yeah, he's got that CP3 Kyrie like get to that spot, that little like kick fade away. It's beautiful. So get the 3-point shot going. Finish. We're cooking. And maybe this is like, hey,
Make
he
a
has a
layup.
great year and he goes back to Florida. And then we're like, great, another year.
Yeah.
But I think if Boogie has a big year, it's gonna wake his stock up again really quickly.